Good morning, guys. How are we?
We're in top form, mate, and it wouldn't be a Monday morning if we weren't talking to you guys about some of the refereeing decisions over the weekend. Where were you in the Kovacic one? Because Andy and I thought, and we both agreed, probably lucky to stay on the pitch. I can understand why he wasn't sent off after the first tackle, but probably a little bit lucky. But we couldn't understand him not getting a second yellow.
Yeah, listen, I thought he was very, very fortunate on 2 counts. Really, I thought. Obviously, Michael's by far our best referee, and we're human and we do make mistakes. I thought the first challenge I thought was a poor challenge. I thought it was a serious foul play challenge, a challenge that endangered the player's safety. I didn't think Michael had the ultimate angle, the viewing angle, and on that situation, that's where you want VAR to come in and help you and afford him another look. Recommend him a view. Doesn't mean to say. See, what annoys me is with referees, when they go over to that monitor, they go with the VAR. They don't necessarily have to do that. It's down to them. So I think had he been afforded another look at that challenge, I believe Michael would have sent Kovacic off for that challenge. But then on to the second challenge for the second yellow card. He was fortunate. For me, that was a reckless challenge and deserved a second yellow card. I was very, very surprised that Pep didn't take him off after that challenge.
Mark, I mentioned earlier when we had Dermot Gallagher on a little bit earlier, and I mentioned about after the week that's preceded this weekend with all the fallout of that Spurs-Liverpool game, etc., and VAR and refs being constantly in the spotlight. It's only human nature in some ways for refs marshalling games at the weekend and just trying to keep it very simple and not get involved perhaps unnecessarily. Is that fair to say that?
Yeah. Listen, I think every referee, even when I refereed, we don't go looking for trouble because trouble will find you.
Yeah.
I think the problem we have with referees at the moment, they don't understand players' frustrations. They don't show empathy for the game. We had this directive coming about time wasting. We've got an OTT on that. Talk to the players. It's so important that referees engage with the players. It makes it easier for referees to control the game. They don't go and do silly things. Listen, I would say never go looking for trouble. Unfortunately, we seem to be doing that since the season has started. Hopefully, it might calm down with the managers and the PFA and the MA talking to the PGMOL and sorting this out. Because I think it has sort of quietened down now, where we saw many yellow cards for delaying the restart. That seems to have just sort of cut back a little bit, which is for me is pleasing to see.
What I noticed, Mark, I was commentating at Luton Spurs at the weekend, and
I heard you.
We're party to obviously what's being said. Not all of it, but most of it. What's being said in the VAR suite. It was a lot more concise. It was a lot clearer. The information and the communication was a lot better.
Well, I agree. I mean, when Howard first come out about a month or so ago on the TV with Michael Owen, and they were going through incidents with old VAR, and we heard the chit chat. I wrote a piece straight after that, and I said there's far too much chit chat going on. There's so much confusion going on at Stockley Park. They've got to cut out the chit chat. All these different people getting involved. It should be the referee and VAR. That's it. Concise, to the point. So everybody knows where each other stands.
Brilliant, Mark. Listen, mate, thanks for your time, mate. Speak soon.
Take care. All the best, guys.
Great stuff. It's amazing, isn't it? The different opinions as well.
Yeah, oh yeah. Ali, that what we just speaking about there. All of a sudden, the conversations that we could hear that were taking place.
It's good, isn't it?
It was one voice. No one was talking over each other. You could hear it all very clearly, and it sounded like one voice in control. Whereas the stuff we heard in midweek was from the Spurs game was a mess. It was a shambles, wasn't it? It really was.
All over the place.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.